In the last year, we have all been changed, for better or worse. All of us have overcome countless obstacles that brought us to this point right here, hoping for something better. We have been given lots of time to focus on ourselves, but with so much to worry about, it can be challenging to step back and take an honest look at your own well-being. So, are you okay?
So when I think of how I feel and whether I'm okay, I think of that in like two parts, right? So I personally, I first look at myself, do I feel okay? Am I okay? And then I kind of have to also step outside of myself because, I'm a part of a community and I live in a city. This is home for me. I've always been here. Is my city okay? Is everybody else okay? So it's kind of a double-edged sword because I feel okay, but I don't think things are okay.
Yeah, I think I am okay. It's been definitely like a pretty wild journey, I would say, over the past year, with some ups and downs, but I think I've like adjusted now and figured out how to be okay again.
I was wondering to myself, like, why am I not more affected by this? And I realized that I feel like it's probably just like being on antidepressants, everything is just kind of like, oh, that's fine,
More like muted across the board. Yeah,
it's just like I'm like a lot easier to adapt to things.
Kind of. Sometimes not, honestly. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. Like you can definitely still like go places and stuff, but it's just like not the same. And I feel like I'm kind of like, when is this gonna end? But the end isn't in sight, so it's like hard.
For the most part, I feel okay, and I know that I am okay. Through the whole pandemic, I had a lot of introspection, just kind of like analyzing my own decisions. So I learned to figure out my life path, like what exactly do I want to accomplish now? I learned to be okay with whatever was going on ultimately, and just kind of seeing it as I'm not alone in this. As a country or as a city, we're all kind of going through these same problems, and in some way that was comforting.
I guess I'm not really. I think being okay to me really means knowing that I can make myself happy. So even if I'm not the happiest I am, I can still get there one day. It's just finding the small things to really ground you. So I would say yes, but a little bit more hesitantly.
Yeah, I'm okay, but just because I just generally hold that there's ups and downs, and I'm gonna be okay, at some point. So I'm okay now knowing that. But it's like a day-to-day and almost like minute-to-minute, check-in where it's like I could be feeling so great one moment and on top of the day, and then the next, all of a sudden, it's like I can barely get out of the chair, and so I'm okay.
I definitely struggle with like leaving my bed. That's the biggest thing. I'm trying to motivate, and I feel like this is the longest streak of like feeling good and not like breaking down and like not being able to do anything for a few days. I'm great more frequently than ever, honestly, and that's really cool to say.
Am I okay? Yes, I'm definitely okay. I feel like I'm coming through a period where I really wasn't feeling like I was okay.
I'm okay. I'm good. I think sometimes I have to be intentional about that. Last night I decided that I felt like having a pint of ice cream for dinner, and that's what I did, and I felt great about it. I'm okay saying, there are some things that may not be the best idea all the time, but you've got to give yourself some grace, and that helps you to be okay.
My job is difficult in new ways, but I have a job, I'm seeing fewer people that I love, but I still talk to them. I'm okay. And I fortunately have not lost a loved one to it. I know people who have, so we need to knock on some wood right now. I'm okay. When I look at the rest of our world, and especially what this year has brought forth in terms of politics and racism and all of that, I'm okay, and I have a lot of work to do for all the people who aren't.